Happy screen time, and thank you for subscribing for Pokemon Sleep Row Tomfoolery. Notice anything different? We're in Season 3, and in Season 3, weekly update videos become their own videos. So welcome to the first of many weekly updates about iBenBrown's account. This week, we are taking our talents to Lapis Lakeside, where we encountered a Curries and Stews Snorlax. Why are we at Lapis Lakeside, you might be wondering? We are here to get the stuff. We are hunting Stufful, specifically an ABB Stufful, which means we want to see corn, bean sausage as its ingredient spread. We are hunting Stufful because last week I caught a shiny Aron that is a coffee grinder. And if we're going to use Aron for coffee, we need a different solution for a long-term bean sausage farmer. And because we have a Charizard who's going to be destined for ginger, we need a Stufful. It's the best option available for our account. The core team at Lapis Lakeside is Noelle the Gardevoir, Hanabi the Golduck, and Basil the Meganium. The other slots on my team are flex spots, where we put in ingredient finders, where we put in pod expanders, and where one day we will put in Dedenne. But until we find one, we're just running. Occasionally Meganium has to jump off the team too in favor of ingredient specialists because our ingredient empire is not ready yet. But we're getting closer and closer because we live every week like it's growth week here. I'm always running one set of Pokemon during the day and switching out for a team to give experience to for the nighttime. And before we begin our sleep session review, let's give a big congratulations to Kiko, my soybean finding Tyranitar, who reached 1,000 sleep hours. Gives us the nice little icon, but mostly I'm in it for the inventory. Well, mostly I was in it for the experience, trying to get to level 60. Alright, let's start with session 568, which is a slumbering sleep session. Slumbering means that there's a chance for us to see Stufful. I typically put my sleep tracker to bed and then do other stuff before I go to bed. And on the nights when I'm up doing the most stuff, I end up getting slumbering sleep because that first stretch is just a big stretch of slumbering. Unfortunately, there's no Stufful here. And although I was thinking of catching a why not, because why not? It's not my joke. I decided we'll catch a Squirtle. I am very confused about my milk and cacao situation these days. And if I could get a great Squirtle that could solve that problem for me, I'd welcome it. Let's see if this Squirtle solves that problem. It has an ABC ingredient spread, which means it doesn't solve that problem at all. It also only has helping bonus at level 100. There's nothing else worth considering about that Squirtle. Well, at least he made the decision easy. The next night was session 569. We got snoozing sleep. Snoozing at Lapis Lakeside means that we have a chance of seeing Dedenne. Ooh! And I guess it means we have a chance at a shiny Togetic, because that's a shiny Togetic. Well, we know we're catching the shiny, and we also had a hungry Eevee, so we dropped a single biscuit on there. We went for Eevee because why Eevee? I'd rather preserve my Pokebiscuits for Stufful Buddy. Let's review the Eevee first. This Eevee has skill trigger S at 25, that's good. Helping speed M at level 100, that's good. But nothing else going for it. Likely we will never use this Eevee. Alright, Togetic, what are you looking like today? Bring some light into my life. Helping speed M is good. Nothing. Speed of help up is good in the nature. It's a fast guy, but it's not a great Togetic, it's just shiny. Session 570 is dozing sleep, and because I didn't stay up doing that many things, I had a feeling I would not get slumbering sleep. So what did I do? I dropped the Stufful incense, which means even though it's dozing sleep, Stufful's still here. Stufful is still our obvious catch. So we dropped our premium bonus biscuit on it and a regular Pokebiscuit. Shout out to Dragon type Pokemon who have now shown up 30 times. How long have we been at Lapis Lakeside? That feels like we should be farther along. But I guess when there's only 4 dragon Pokemon in the whole game, you take what you can get. Alright, Stufful, let's check you out. ABA, not exciting. Helping bonus, ingredient finder M. Oh, okay. At first I was like, this is annoying. We've got great sub skills, but the nature killed it. Speed of help down, not interested. well, wasn't interested already because it didn't have the ingredient spread we want. Okay, before we go on to the next thing, I noticed something this week, and I'm so sorry that I'm going to make you notice it too. All right, look at Snorlax's head. Look at the shadows. Now look at its belly. The shadows don't line up. It looks like there's like a slab on top of its green part of its belly. It's like it's wearing a giant bib. Again, so sorry to point that out to you. It looks really stupid. Session 571 is another snoozing session, and because I was being a good boy, I knew to drop that Stufful incense and that we wouldn't be getting slumbering sleep. We had a hungry Comfey and a hungry Meowth, neither of which I'm interested in catching. So we took that premium bonus biscuit straight to the Stufful, and the follow-up Poke Biscuit we gave it, mega hit, which when this happens in this situation, I like to think that that's a good omen. It's not always, but I like to think it is. Alright, another Stufful. Let's see what you've got. Yes, ABB. You'll love to see it. And nothing in the first two sub-skills. Helping speed S at 50 is good. Neutral. Everywhere is neutral. Come on. We need to not just have the bean sausages as an option. We need to be able to get those bean sausages. So that's not going to work for us. And as I was trying to get some corn this week, I decided maybe some of these handy candies are taking up too much space in my bag. Let's drop a ton of them on Dragonite and bring it up from level 45 to level 50. That unlocks its Ingredient Finder M subskill and actually puts this Dragonite just above the meta in terms of average production. The meta requires at most 54 corn per day, and this one will average 61 corn per day. And when it gets to level 60, it will be even better. So we're pretty well future-proofed on needing corn. Session 572 is another slumbering sleep session, and I didn't drop an incense, lucky me, because we had a naturally spawning Stufful. Not only that, we had an atop belly Gallade, which is a new sleep style for us, and it happens to be the last sleep style that we need to complete Gallade's sleep decks. Now we just have to catch one at some point to fill the caught part of the decks. And apologies to Hungry Riolu, we are here for the stuff. A premium bonus biscuit and a Poke Biscuit dropped on Stufful. Let's see how this Stufful's looking. Alright, Stufful, AAB. Nope. We could probably just transfer this right now. Helping Speed S and Ingredient Finder S at level 75 and 100 are good, but too far away. Even if this was ABB, it wouldn't be the guy. Which brings us to session 573, a balance type session, which means we have a chance at seeing everything. Unfortunately, that means we're seeing a whole lot of nothing we want. Now, because we have to use our bonus biscuit, I went ahead and used it on whatever was hungry, which in this case, we had 2 hungry Quaxley, and I just picked one and dropped the biscuit on it. Have you ever dropped a biscuit on a Pokemon knowing that you were probably going to transfer it before you even looked at it? The only way we would consider this Quaxley is if its subskills and nature are basically perfect, and I think it needs to have a C ingredient of oil. No, I mean, there's no way we're going to use another Quaxley. It would have to be ABB, and it would have to be completely disruptive of what we have going with our current Quaquaval. But we don't transfer Pokemon without looking, so let's give it a shot. ABA. Trash. Helping Speed M is the only good... Okay, and Adamant Nature. At first I saw Speed of Help up, I was like, okay, that's good. Ingredient Finder down. You are a waste. You're a waste of a biscuit. You're a waste of a Pokemon. Get out. But you know who's not a waste? Gengar reached 1,000 sleep hours. Bonjour. So congrats on that little bit of extra inventory and my current icon. Now before we talk about my plans for Growth Week, we need to talk about Sleep Session 574. A dozing session, if I've ever seen one. And I knew it wasn't going to be slumbering, but I didn't want to use the incense because I knew I was going to need to change areas, meaning I would lose the incense. Now, I got a Bellsprout on the top belly. I think for dozing at Lapis Lakeside, Bellsprout is my most interesting one to catch, and I will tell you about that in a second after we talk about getting a 2-star Dragonite sleep, our very first Dragonite sleep style. Finally, we've gotten Dragonite on the field. We've been running 2 Dragonites for how long, but we've never seen one in the wild, so it's good to know that they actually exist out there. Now let me tell you about my Bellsprout situation. I have a mono tomato Bellsprout sitting in my box box with ingredient finder M at level 50, and that's it. Now that thing at level 60 does cover all of the tomato needs for the meta. The problem is it's going to require a lot of resource investment to get it there, especially because I made a bad investment early game on a victory bell that has berry finding S and helping bonus. It's cool, it's ABC. It's before I really understood the ingredient strategy in the game. It's one of my best producers for Lapis Lakeside, and it does see some showtime when I'm covered on ingredients. It gets put in because it has helping bonus. But until I'm ready to drop some serious resources on the bell spread I have, I might as well keep hunting for other tomato farmers, especially because we have an Abomasnow at level 30 who meets the needs pretty well for us. It's nice to be able to take our time. All right, Bellsprout, let's see what you've got. ABB. So, sorry. We have Helping Speed S, and Ingredient Fighter S at 100. Adamant Nature. Hey, if you're an ingredient specialist, knock it off. You need be born a different Pokemon or something if that's your nature. Ugh, sad. If I'm going to use a Bellsprout for potato farming, it's going to be one of the 3 shinies from that line that I was given. Specifically the one that actually is Speed of Help down, because I think that's the best option I have. Now let's talk about Growth Week. It's not even really an event. You get some extra experience at night, you get some extra candies in the week. You're probably not going to feel it, because even if you're hunting for specific things, there's no way that you're going to feel that candy boost as being that much of a boost. It's like if something has 4 candies, you're getting 6. If something has 10 candies, you're getting 15. But those 10 candy spawns, those higher, double digit ones, they're rare. You're gonna get a bunch of common spawns, you're gonna get barely any more candy. You might as well just treat this like a normal week. That's my take. And so it's not a problem that I didn't get you this tip sooner, because hopefully you're already doing that. The extra experience at night is nice, but again, barely a boost. If we wanted to get serious about calling this Growth Week, we should have the mini candy boost. I've said it before, I'll keep saying it. That's how you grow your Pokemon, is you save up a bunch of resources and you drop them all during the mini candy boost. Growth Week is not the right name for this event. They should call it Teeny Tiny Extra Progress Week. That said, last week we made kind of an impulsive decision to go back to Lapis Lakeside after getting a shiny Aron and feeling anxiety about needing a bean sausage farmer. Well, we do have a Charizard covering us for bean sausages pretty well these days, so prioritizing a hunt for a bean sausage farmer when I have other hunts that I should be doing and don't have coverage for, like oil, like cacao, that needs to be the priority right now. My decision was further made when I went and looked at my area bonuses and saw that Taupe Hollow was at 70% bonus, which means that that extra 5% will take it to the max, and if I go somewhere else that has the area bonus spill over, we're gonna get stuck in one of those weird situations where I want to avoid Taupe Hollow for several weeks, and that's assuming that I stay on a maxed out place for those 5 weeks. We want to make sure that we keep all of our options open, and for that reason, we are headed to Taupe Hollow this week. Now this is a good plan because there's a lot of things that we're going to benefit from at Taupe Hollow specifically. Every sleep style that we could get has a chance of giving us something useful. If we get dozing sleep, we will have a chance at the Ghastly line, giving us more candies for Bonjour the Gengar, who right now I have enough candies to take up to level 58. We're getting real close to that 60 mark. We might also see Tyranitar and Skeledirge if we get some high drowsy power on a dozing night, and that means lots of candies for those guys. And there's even Pokemon we're interested in hunting that are dozing Pokemon, specifically Krogunk if we can find a mono oil one, and Paldean Wooper, though it irks me to say it a bit. We are going to hunt a Paldean Wooper for mono cacao. If we get snoozing sleep, we're going to be excited to get Charmander candies, Cyndaquil candies, Fuecoco candies. There's nothing we're super interested in hatching in snoozing, but we'll figure out what to do with our bonus biscuit when we see what's on the field. And again, for slumbering sleep, nothing we're super interested in recruiting. Maybe this will be the week that we finally start going for some why nots. Primarily with slumbering, we'd be excited to see Larvitar and Pupitar for some extra candies. And I guess if we're hunting a Paldean Wooper, we would be happy to see The regular Wooper show up as well. Would you believe that I have over 1,000 Wooper candies? It is the third highest Pokemon in my bag. If you didn't think Wooper was a scourge before, look at this thing just rising through the ranks in my bag uninvited. I have 1,029 candies to be exact. So if we can get a Paldean Wooper, at least we have a place to put those candies. I probably am going to think of Paldean Wooper as not an actual Wooper. We're just going to call it a Paldean. It just happens to look like that blue freak. Hope you enjoyed this standalone weekly update. Thanks for joining me for Season 3. If you need to catch up on Seasons 1 and 2, peep the playlists, and let's do this again sometime. Happy researching.